Hey guys, Jesse here. Now, in this video I'm going to be talking about something which a lot of people don't like, and in my opinion it's kind of a grey area, and that is leaving the game before, before the match is over. So, essentially I'm just going to, use this as a background, but basically just hitting back and going, like, in-game, basically just leaving. Now, I would think there's four ways, there's three ways of a justifiable leave, and then there's a couple ways which don't justify a leave. The first way is probably the one, it's basically leaving because you've got something happening, in real life. I think that's justifiable because some matches, you don't expect them to last so long, especially when you're playing Berlin and you accidentally get CeeLo, like, come on. Like, when you get something like CeeLo, which can take up to an hour to do, like CeeLo heights can take anywhere from, I think it's like I've seen it go from 40 minutes to an hour. So, you can understand why leaving that would be, maybe people halfway through are like, oh my god, I have to go now, and end up leaving. That's kind of justifiable. The second way is if you do it right at the beginning of the match. Now, what I mean by this is, if you get something like, say, assault or demolition or swamps of reveres, leaving at the beginning isn't as bad as leaving halfway through, because if you don't know how the thing works, I think for like the first 2-3 minutes you can still get, other players can still join the match. If you actually watch my T34 video where I was using the T34 for the entire match, I actually joined at the second point, so the team had already taken the first point. So yeah, there's that as well. The third way, which I think is the way that no one will complain about, is if you have if your internet disconnects from the match, most people just don't care. Like, I reckon if you, like, it'll be annoying, obviously. People are like, oh my god, we're a man down. But if your internet disconnects, that's fair. The only ways I can say which aren't justifiable for a leave is if you're doing bad, or if the team's doing bad, and you're losing, and you just have a sulk. Like, that is really, that's not, that's just you being, it's not the game, oh, you got removed because of the game breaking, that's just you sulking, and your team's facing the consequences of that. Which I think is a dick move. It is a dick move in all measurable manners, and yeah, let's say, like, if you leave because you're doing bad, it's a dick move, but maybe your team's could get more help from a bot. If you leave because the team's bad, you're just being a dick, or your team, there's a reason why I've actually got quite, I've got like almost 800 battles here. I've barely left any of these. Like, the only reason I've left is if I've had to leave early, or I've crashed out of the match. Like, I've had games where I've actually crashed out of matches. But yeah, I personally think that there has to be some kind, like, it really depends. Like, if it's something like the original way of, you can, there's two ways you should probably do it. This thing, one is punish cheaters, and two is have a little button here at the bottom which says join in progress, so you can join games that are already in progress. I doubt people do this, but hey, it's an option to people who will to people who leave the game early. It's an option. I think the other way was, you know, penalising cheaters, which penalising cheaters, I don't know, it can work, but it really depends on how they're penalised. Like banning them for like a game, so they can't queue for a game for that campaign could be interesting. So basically, you leave, maybe like the first or second leave, you know, not really much. Maybe like give a warning on the second, say, look, you've been leaving a bit, you know, don't leave again. You may you'll get something worse than a warning next time, and then afterwards, you know, on the third one or something like that, it will make it so that you can't actually join the match on that campaign until until the other match the match you left is done, or you can rejoin that match, which I think could be quite interesting, because with the, you know, the leaving matches, I think there should be a button where you can click it and it can leave and you can rejoin the match if it said that, oh, you're leaving, you left the match, because, you know, some people don't, you know, some people will crash out of matches, some people will, you know, and stuff like that. I think, yeah, I don't know, leaving, I think it's a grey issue, it's a very grey issue. It's not like a black and white issue, like, oh, you know, so and so, you know, leaving a game is a bit of a dick. He's like, he could have you know, so and so could have something going on. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Leave your thoughts in the comments about what you think about leaving, and I'll see you guys in the next video.